Okay, so we just have one more thing to discuss with regard to relevance, a key cornerstone foundation of the basic algorithm, and that's PDFs. Traditionally, PDFs were very hard for search engines to read because it's not HTML, it's not nice and easy, clear text on a page. It's PDFs, it's embedded in a foreign format. Search engines have got better at reading PDFs, but there are some very simple things that one can do to make it as easy as possible for search engines to get at the information in the PDF. The ideal thing you should do is provide a full HTML version of whatever the PDF is. So you provide the PDF for people who want to print it, for argument's sake. So it's the print-friendly version, but there's a full HTML version for people who want to browse it and for the search engines, because HTML is easier for search engines. Now, if you're a local council or a local government and have hundreds of documents, hundreds of policy documents, I understand you probably don't have the resource to create an HTML version of every single one of those pages, so there are other alternatives. One alternative is to provide an HTML summary and/or table of contents of the PDF. So there is an HTML page that either has a description or a table of contents of the full PDF that is linked to from this page, hopefully with key phrase heavy link text, which we've discussed already. It's not ideal, because in an ideal world you'd have the full equivalent version, but it's better than nothing. You're giving some HTML indication of what you will get if you click that download link. As to the PDF themselves, there are certain ways that you can write and create PDFs that make them easier for the search engines to crawl through, and that's what we're about to discuss now. So when you create a document in Word, before you convert it into PDF format, you have the opportunity of tagging it. We'll talk about how you do that in a moment, but it's basically the drop-down formatting option that normally appears in the top left-hand corner of Word. So you identify it as heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, body copy. That drop-down element, which is probably from memory, lives within the formatting toolbar. So what you want to do is format your title, headings, and body copy so that the search engines can easily see the tags identifying what this is. If all you've done is make the headings bigger text than the body copy, there's no way for the search engine to know bigger text equals heading. And as we've established, search engines like headings. So you explicitly highlight the heading, format it as a heading, and then that formatting will be carried over from Word into the PDF when you convert the PDF. A way to find out if a document has or hasn't been tagged is when you are viewing something in Adobe Reader, you go to File Properties, and you'll see something come up, and here, tagged PDF, yes, no. That's how you can quickly review whether or not the PDFs you've previously created have been tagged or not. We've talked about this, so to create tags in Word, PowerPoint, or Excel, in Word you make use of the headings style toolbar, which we've just talked about. It's often in the top left. And a useful additional item is that links must not wrap, because if links wrap, then when they are converted to PDF, they can be misinterpreted as two separate links. And two separate links which won't make any sense to the search engine, therefore won't help you at all. So you would want to write it in such a way that none of your links start on one line, break, finish on another line. You want all of your links to appear unbroken on a single line. Within Adobe Acrobat, to review the tags within a document, you go into View, Navigation Panel, Tags, and then you just drag tags down to the left-hand window, and that will then give you this element, which is a way to navigate through all the tags in the document. And you just double-click on a particular tag, and it will scroll you down through to that tag's location in the document. To create new tags within Adobe Acrobat, if you want to do it that way as opposed to in the host Word file or whatever the case may be, you go to Tags, Options, Add Tags to Document. Again, these exact pathways to do things may well change over time, this being November 2012. However, the principle is, if you Google it, you will be able to find out, how do I create heading tags in a PDF document when I create a Word file or directly in the PDF document. Just you search along those lines, because it is possible now, therefore the functionality is unlikely to go away, that you can either do it in the source application or you can retrofit it within the PDF once it's been created. That's the important point here. And then hopefully these exact instructions will last a little while, but as we all know, their time is probably limited. Applications updating as they do. Okay, so that was the relevance section, where we talked about on-page content, all the different types of on-page content, the opportunities there are there for demonstrating, proving relevance to the search engines, and because this is, a direct feed into the algorithm, we know there's going to be large ranking benefits to making sure that we pay attention to as many of the things we just talked about as possible, but particularly the most important ones being URL, page title, and the on-page copy, with particular reference to headings, body copy, and links. Those were the absolute core ones.